Have you ever stopped to think about how much of your daily anxiety is actually real? Or is it just a massive, terrifying illusion you've built up in your own mind? We spend our lives running away from monsters that don't even exist, completely paralyzing ourselves over things that haven't even happened. The truth is, most of what we dread is nothing more than false evidence appearing perfectly real. It's a destructive ghost, a mental trap that keeps us locked in a cage of our own making. And it's high time we start tuning out the white noise of the world. If you want to break free and actually build a life worth living, you have to ruthlessly protect your headspace. Block out the constant stream of negativity and fundamentally recondition how you think. Think about the people you encounter every single day. Look at their faces on a dreary Monday morning when they're queuing for their morning tea or coffee. They're miserable, grumpy, and completely drained of life. When you ask them how they are, they grunt about how they haven't had their caffeine fix yet. Or they start rattling off a massive list of complaints about the weather or the economy. Why is that? It's because they haven't found their true purpose. They are hurting inside. Unconsciously or not, they want everyone else to hurt with them. But if you dare to walk around with a massive grin on your face, feeling absolutely fantastic, they look at you like you're some sort of right weirdo. They can't comprehend joy because they've completely surrendered their minds to the collective negativity of the world. If you want a different reality, you have to stop buying into that shared misery. Turn a deaf ear to the constant moaners and the professional pessimists. Stop feeding your brain the absolute rubbish broadcast on the news every night. Because if you let it, the media will make you terrified to even step outside your front door. Instead, you need to actively train your mind. Pick up the books, listen to empowering audio every single day, and attend the workshops that expand your vision. Start keeping a personal journal right by your bed. Write down your raw thoughts and your big ideas. The moment they hit you, human beings only get a tiny handful of truly life-altering ideas every year. But if you don't write them down and actually act on them, they slip right through your fingers. When you lack a genuine appreciation for who you are, you end up letting fear completely immobilize you. You start sabotaging your own career, your relationships, and your deepest ambitions. You essentially become your own worst enemy, working against yourself in the shadows. To break that cycle, your hunger for your dream has to become far greater than your fear of failure. You need it deep. You need a deep, burning drive that pushes you right past the anxiety. There's a brilliant story about an anthropologist who went to study a notoriously dangerous, isolated tribe. For months, he made absolutely no progress. He couldn't build any trust or rapport because he was completely paralyzed by the terrifying thought that they might end his life. One night, lying awake in the dark, he finally asked himself what he was actually there to do. He realized this research was his life's work. He asked himself, what is the absolute worst thing that could happen to me here? They could kill me. Once he accepted that ultimate risk and decided he was no longer going to let fear govern his movements, everything shifted. He walked out the next day with total confidence, and the tribe completely opened up to him. Years later, when people asked how he turned a hostile situation into a beautiful relationship, he simply said that when life can no longer threaten you with death, there is absolutely nothing left to fear. The vast majority of the anxieties we sweat over are not life or death situations. We just use our imaginations to blow them completely out of proportion, giving them way more power than they actually deserve. We let them dictate how far we stretch ourselves and what we're willing to try. Next time you feel that heavy knot of panic in your stomach, just pause. Ask yourself, hold on a minute. Why am I stressing over this? Will this kill me? Am I the one who is actually feeding power into this problem? True commitment means putting yourself in a position where failure isn't an option. Think back to a time when a massive challenge forced you to graft harder than ever before. Imagine a young lad working as a door-to-door salesman, completely desperate to provide for an ill mother who had just lost her job due to severe arthritis. He'd be out on the streets, knocking on doors until 1 o'clock in the morning in the freezing cold. People would slam doors right in his face, shouting at him to clear off. But instead of slinking home defeated, he'd ask if they knew anyone else who might be interested. Get a name, walk down the road, and keep pushing until he made the sale. When you show that level of relentless dedication, the universe has no choice but to respond to you. The world gives way to the person who absolutely refuses to be denied. That business you want to launch, That book you want to write, that complete control over your own destiny, is all yours for the taking. But you have to be willing to stand completely alone. You have to be willing to face crushing disappointment, deal with zero support from your mates, handle intense self-doubt, and get rejected over and over again. You have to be willing to lose everything and still refuse to turn back. Throughout history, the people who have truly changed the planet were the ones who made absolute declarations and stuck to them. Whether it was conquering deadly diseases or standing up for fundamental human rights, they stood their ground and said, "Here I stand. I can do no other." God, never underestimate the sheer power of the human spirit. It is completely indestructible. You can test it, you can bend it, but you can never truly break it. Think of the incredible individuals who survived the absolute horrors of wartime, concentration camps, and still found profound meaning in their existence. If they can find inner strength in the darkest corners of human history, what's your excuse for giving up so easily because something feels a bit too difficult? Sometimes, staying true to your path means doing things that feel incredibly awkward and uncomfortable. It might mean going back to school or university as an older student, sitting in a classroom surrounded by kids half your age, feeling completely out of place and out of your depth. It means being willing to look foolish because you are committed to your personal growth. Other times, it means knowing when to take a step back, regroup, and come back even stronger after life has knocked you flat on your back. You must learn to trust your instincts and listen to that quiet, still voice inside you. Stop trying to make every single thing fit into perfect logic. Life doesn't always work that way. There are massive turning points that defy all logic. But once you start trusting your gut, your entire world takes on a whole new meaning. Never give your personal power away to someone else. There was a time when a brilliant speaker let an old insecurity about not having a university degree get the better of him. Someone convinced him that a highly educated audience would judge his grammar, and they forced a rigidly written script into his hands. He stood there, completely terrified, glued to the pages, reading every single word without making eye contact. Even though the audience gave him a standing ovation because he read it beautifully, it felt completely hollow. He had allowed someone else's negativity to override his own authentic voice. Remember, you do not need anyone else's permission or approval to chase your dream. The vision was given to you, not them. If they can't see it, it's because it wasn't meant for them. It's your baby. Nourish it, protect it, and work on it until it becomes a reality. Always do what is right, even when it's the hardest path to take. Treat people with genuine respect, avoid the easy shortcuts, and pay your dues up front. What goes around always comes around, and if you try to cheat the system, you will end up paying double the price later on. The true test of your character is what you choose to do when absolutely no one is watching you. I would much rather miss out on a goal by doing the right thing than achieve it by taking a dodgy shortcut that stops me from looking myself in the mirror. Have faith that the good meant for you in this universe has your name written on it. No one can steal your destiny. When you realize that whatever you are seeking is also actively seeking you, the panic completely vanishes. You stop running scared. You listen to your inner compass, and you always choose the high road. As you go about your week, make it your absolute mission to keep the promises you make to yourself and others. Build a tight network of dependable people who have your back, and make sure you have theirs in return. When people look at your success from the outside and claim you just got incredibly lucky, smile and ignore them. They don't see the endless hours of unseen graft. Just remember the 3 ultimate principles for bringing your biggest dreams to life. Stay patient, stay persistent, and stay fiercely positive, no matter what the world throws at you. If this message struck a chord with you today, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below about the fear you're going to conquer this week. Let's keep pushing forward together. Your time is coming. Keep believing, keep fighting. Don't just watch. Go out and prove them wrong. Thank you for being part of the journey. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.